Okay, all right. Come here, Alice. That's my boy. Come on. Come on, Alice. No. No, boy. All right, you guys, I'm really sorry. I had to go out and get my dog. They come to do my yard, and they scared of this dog. I got a big old Roddy. No, I mean a big old pit, a bully. I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm here, and it's time to get busy. We got a lot. Oh shit. We got a lot of shit to do. Hey, no. Okay. Come here, boy. All right, you guys. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes shit happens. The doorbell rings soon as I went live. But you gotta have a plan. I'm being real when I say that. The man with the plan is the man that wins. Now, you may not know how long, but I've been touting my course for a long fucking time, many years. And time does fly when you're having fun. If you notice, I didn't back off a lot of shit as far as Facebook and all that shit. That's because I've seen the best advertisement by far is by word of mouth, especially when it comes to enrolling in SWU. My point is, I'm not competing to be known as a person with guidance for young men. I'm not competing. Because there's several dudes with different shit that, you know, they talk about or they tout, but they don't have nothing like mine. It's really important for you to have a person with a background. My confidence course is unique in more than one way. It's backed up with actual battlefield experience. My course is also supported by these videos, my school, and your direct contact with me. I'm talking about there's human contact after you buy your product, after you buy into it. Yes, there's tests and a final, but I guarantee you'll be able to use what you're going to learn in the field. You're going to be able to use it the moment you graduate. I've created physical milestones that you can see to verify your progress. I'm telling you, you don't have this kind of shit in these other, whatever you want to call them. So, lastly, I'm telling you, this course has a school. where you can comb out the finer details of what you actually learned. Caller, what's up?
Nothing much is going on with you, bud.
I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself? You all right?
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm doing a little bit better now. Now I'm about to get this game.
Yeah, he is. What's up?
So my question is, what mindset did you have to adopt in times of uncertainty? You know, you was pimping. You might have got pulled over by the 12. And
But
you don't
check
know
it
what's
out.
going to
Check it
happen.
out. Check it out. I understand that question. But this is what you guys don't understand. What I'm giving you is game. And if you think with game, you never have to change your mindset. You just always have to be gamed up. You got to be ready. Otherwise, if the rollers pull me over, I got to spill for them. Even now, I'm an old motherfucker. I don't even need to spill. But I still have a spill for them motherfuckers. When they pulling me over, as I'm pulling over, I think of it. But my point is, that's because I'm gamed up. I know I don't want to be caught flat-footed in nothing I do. So my answer to you is you need to adopt a mindset, period, and permanently have it. And I would suggest that you get hooked on this shit I'm talking about. Because the thing about this shit is you don't have to have a particular place or a particular situation to use it. And it's going to benefit you whenever you use it. That's why who would not want to use something that's going to benefit them? I mean, if you had it, wouldn't you use it every day?
Yeah, every chance I get.
Every chance you get, which is every moment you woke. That's what it's about, man. You know, it is not, like you learn how to play baseball and you're only playing baseball when you're on the baseball field. No, this shit is going on 24/7, 365, and you got to be with it like that. I'm talking about even when you wake up, somebody call you, wake you up, and spring something on you you ain't even ready for. But you are ready because you gamed up. As soon as you catch your breath or whatever, you finna, it don't take me a second to answer a question because it don't take me long to think. I go with my first thought because it's always the right thought. I believe that. Game and taught me that. Ain't no sense in me doubting myself. I'm not gonna motherfucking think to rob a bank or shoot a police or kidnap a baby or none of that stupid shit. I know I'm gonna be thinking about my black ass. Period. So first thing, bam, I'm with it. Did I answer you?
Yeah. I got another question. That was some good game right there.
All right, come on.
Let's say let's say somebody is they ain't where they want to be, right? They got vices and bad habits they want to break through. Would it be the best approach to start slowly or jump into it and kick the door down and try to
Bro, I'm all or nothing, brother. If actually today I went to the hospital, not to the hospital, but it was at the hospital. I had a doctor's appointment. And I could not figure out how this diabetes came on me all of a sudden. But he got to asking me questions. And a year ago, I remember I was really having me some drinks, a lot. And the motherfuckers told me that alcohol kills the gland that makes insulin. Man, I made my mind up right then. I ain't having no more drinks. I ain't finna slowly stop drinking and be slowly killing myself. I'm gonna stop. That's because I believe that I should stop. That's how you have to be about everything. Make your mind up about it and do it.
right then and there.
Right then and there, whatever the fuck it is, as long as you ain't gonna get in no trouble.
All right, I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep listening.
All right, brother, be cool. Y'all hit me up, goddammit. That number is 702-605-4721. Hit me up, ask me about anything, and we can kick it. Now, what I'm saying, I have created these milestones that's going to let you know where you are in your progress. It's going to verify it. And what's being verified or the value in what's being verified is this is how you get, or this is how you water down shit so it don't be watered down. You fucking get whatever it is you trying to get, then you use it the way you know to use it. Then you check to see if you're using it correctly. That's not watering it down, but you're getting the chance to use it and make mistakes if you're going to make some mistakes. And it clarifies you, whereas watering shit down makes you avoid making mistakes. It makes you easily be able to travel this path. And we know the path ain't easy. That's why you shouldn't give a damn about having to go through changes, because the more changes you go through, the sharper you're going to get. That's just the way it is. Now, you learn so much at SW. For instance, we cover things like timing and flow. Without those two things clicking, you will never catch that woman you after. Timing has to do with how fast or how slow your conversation is coming out your mouth. And flow has to do with how you phrase your statements, so the words will flow clearly from your mouth. It's imperative that you have a spiel that introduces or brings the conversation in. You can't, you can if you want to, but I wouldn't just start hitting on a bitch. No, I got 4 or 5 things of interest to me that I'm going to say to her, and her interest with these things is going to tell me if I should talk to this bitch or not. I got a plan for everything. I have a plan for everything. So if you don't, you better get with it. You got to have these initial lines, and you got to be able to spin them smoothly. I teach my students to expect to win. In anything you're doing, expect to goddamn win. If it's about eating breakfast with some partners, still, I ain't trying to be the first one finished, but I'm expecting to win at that. I don't really know anything that I would do that I wouldn't expect to win. And I always do, because I'm expecting no more than what I can do. See, SWU teaches you how to have that winning attitude. If you are doing the things to win, then why wouldn't your attitude represent that? I'm not saying what you're doing, you say is winning. No, there are things to do that will allow you to win, help you win. In anything you're doing, just expect to win. That's the first thing. Now, I expect to win in fucking period. I expect to win because of the things I do to win. I teach the essential things that you need to do if you want this. Now, what do you think what I'm saying is worth? If it's true. See, I teach you to put a value on all things you do. My shining the light on you may be worth a dime to you, and it might be worth $10 to another person. The same exact information. The real reward for me is you coming to SWU, and after graduating, you lead your life as a straight up alpha male. Many are called to listen, but very few are capable of hearing. You know, some of you hear me and realize you had it all the time. I guarantee they've been blessed to hear me, and they just happen to be sharp enough to hear what they wanted to see. See, you guys don't really, sometimes you're supposed to take things literally and sometimes not. But when you take them literally, you need to know what you're accepting. See, everything is clarified by none other than me. You listen to any other dudes who make the claims that I do, then listen to my shit from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You'll see and you'll hear those fools using my shit. The problem is, since they don't have no real abadabba, if you fucked with them and asked them for any details, that's when that fake shit will start coming out. That fake ass motherfucker will show himself as a fraud. That's why they offer you the sexual content to take your mind off the fact you won't have any conversation to get that pussy. That's when you'll see that that motherfucker has used my shit but lacks that abadabba to explain what any of it means and how to use it properly. I don't lack in any way. Test me. Everything that happens is for a reason. I believe that. Every one of the calls I get or the ones I don't get is for a reason. You may not see it, but the reason will show itself. Nothing that happens in my life is new. I've experienced just about everything. I adapted to a new life of coexisting, realizing that I can't wake up anytime I want to and go in my office and start talking shit. You know, I'm realizing hella shit makes my life more comfortable. More shit is going to change. And you know what? I'm inviting them goddamn changes. I'm welcoming all the responsibility I undertook that came with raising my daughter on my own. I did not take no welfare assistance. We were not rich motherfuckers. But, you know, I had to take the medical that they fucking offered my daughter. But I, excuse me, the motherfuckers, I think that it was 300 or something they was giving me. No, 500 they was giving me for welfare. And I think after 3 months of that, they called me in and they asked me for my expenditures and shit. And when I told them, they say, well, no one loans you $20? I said, no. And then, you know, I asked them, why the fuck you asking me that? Caller, what's up?
What's going on, boy?
Nothing. What's happening with you?
Nothing much. Just cooling down south, man. Trying to stay away from these hurricanes in Houston.
Oh, man. Stay safe, bro.
I had a question, though.
Come on.
Any tips you can give me to get ahead in 2025 from a genuine man standpoint?
Bro, the only way to get ahead is to choose your side of the fence. And whatever side it is, represent it, period. I don't know what you do, but I do know if whatever you do is generating income for you, the way you're supposed to treat 25 is like that's the only thing that exists and make it work for you. I believe that.
Appreciate you, bud. You're always on time.
All right, brother. You be cool. Now, I'm really serious. I be wanting to do different shit. I forget what I was just saying, but I welcome all the responsibility that comes with whatever I choose. Now, with my daughter, you know, she and I was real fucking cool before she moved to Vegas. I have taught her damn near everything I know, and it's kind of cool to look at how she representing. She ain't no, you know, motherfucker got no hell of a job with she making millions of dollars or whatever, but she got a good job and she making in the 20s as far as dollars per hour at the job. So I'm saying she could have went and got a goddamn McDonald's job. She could have went and got some kind of job that was nothing, or she ain't making no moves. She's in the office. She's needed. She's a assistant. Now, that's not really shit. But for me as a parent, looking at my daughter, looking at all these other motherfuckers that ain't doing shit, I think I did good. That's because that's what I want to be. I want to be a person that's seen as doing good for whoever I'm fucking with. Shit. I'm not sure, but I think this is what I would call being happy. I've had the pleasure of dealing with so many men who came through Sidewalk University as little boys, and they found their manhood, and they complimented me on my tough methods, because I'm tough. I have so many things to step into, and some of it be weak after I start developing it. I ain't gonna keep fucking with it. I hate to keep making blanket statements because I know I could find a better way to say whatever I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is I put weak shit down, just like those fucking dudes who call in, and want to tell me how to think or what I should be doing. I do understand shit happens. But years ago, I got into one of them goddamn gurus, and this fool would quote the Bible. He would quote Socrates and Plato. And I cussed his ass out and told him ain't no real motherfucker gonna listen to that bullshit. Now, I'd already met a real motherfucker who was listening to that nigga. So I couldn't really say that statement, but I did. If you listen to my show that dealt with that shit, which is still up, you'll hear 3 of the niggas, followers, call in, and they had chilling voice. They would talk shit. I'm telling you, some of these listeners are too fucking much. But game recognized game. And I spoke to one of them. And am I angry to point out the childish tactics that some of them fools was using on their guru's instructions? Am I out of line to call bitch shit? And to think these dudes think they are men. They think they're alpha men at that. Don't know what to say to a bitch. Don't know how to make a choice and back it up. But when you think of it, how else could they act? They following frauds and they listening to people think for them. Any of you should be able to see the pussy shit that these fools be doing. But if you don't, you don't. And it ain't shit I could do to help blind motherfuckers. Each day, I get closer and closer to one of my goals. I went to school to get degrees to pursue a life dream to become an elementary school teacher. For some reason, I preferred the 3rd grade. Once I got my master's, I went for my teaching credential, passed all that, but was denied the credential because I had a felony. I think this was the year of 2000, I think. And I had that felony. No, it was 2010. I had that felony in 83. I fought it, got everything expunged, and they still denied me. I hadn't been involved with the police at that time since 83, actually till now, since 83. And it didn't matter. So I'm saying, what is rehabilitation if what you did to get in trouble you ain't did in the last 25, 30 years? Don't that mean you learned your lesson? Or it should mean that. No, I should be fucked out of all that money it took to get those degrees simply because those Peckerwoods tried to deny me. No, I had to come up with a plan. I keep telling you guys, If you're not capable of planning, you're not capable of winning. And if you make a plan and you're not capable of staying the course, you're going to end up losing. I had to come up with the confidence course. And at the same time, I was thinking of selling it. But after selling a couple of them and realizing motherfuckers just can't read between the lines, I had to teach it. So I did. I started in 2010. And I quickly saw the dudes I was talking to was L7 like a motherfucker and couldn't understand what I was saying. You know, now should I let that stop me? No, goddammit. I started selling a MP4 version of the chorus, which all of it is laced with this abadabba that I be kicking. So once I had enough alumni, I would be ready to open SWU. I started thinking about potential income, something I was very familiar with. So first off, so you guys be asking questions about potential income, but you don't even know that's what you're talking about. If you real about this game, you can't just have a thought. You got to go deeper. And if you're up in age like me and you real about this game, you could think of 100 things to have extra income on. Or if you're a brother who have ideas, check this out. Potential income is something you can do for yourself outside of punching a clock. Now, as a motherfucker laced with this abadabba, we know what I look for. But as a square, like most of you, I had to dig deep to look for what I needed. I left the motherfucking abadabba, but this abadabba didn't leave me. That's when I started going hard. This all had taken over a little over 6 years. And wow, I started my fucking dream job. But let's not forget, I've been living off my confidence course all that time, ever since I made it up. You don't need to give me the credit I deserve, because shit like that don't feed my ego. I am the only person on earth who can feed or starve my ego. I stay full. My ego stay fed by me accomplishing big shit. When I accomplish shit, my head swells up larger than it is. I have accomplished something I thought hella shit about however many years ago, which I had to birth and rear to this point. You guys got to understand, how do a motherfucker do that? By planning. You gotta plan. That's what this whole video is about. Planning. I planned to be a motherfucker. I planned it. Didn't have I had game, but not the kind of game I needed to get where I was going. But don't let me see some niggas doing it. Shit, I'm gonna copy what they doing if that's the case. But that ain't what you do. You copy what they do, and you buy the cars, you buy the fly shit, blah, blah, blah. You look like you copying, but you're not. You establishing that you on this level. A lot of people rise to a certain level, then they fall off. No, I rose to that level, stayed on it until I left the game. Now, I'm not on the level of this shit that I was as far as in the game. But I ain't broke either. I still get to do what the fuck I want to do. Now that I'm at this point, I couldn't be motherfucking happier. So salute to all of you who helped me along the way. I claim all kinds of shit that I do. But who do you know who does as much shit as my old ass do? Not that there are no busy people besides me. But honestly, who do you know my age doing the things I'm doing as far as lucid communication. I'm here for a reason, and the biggest one is to explore my mental capacity to grow. Now, to that end, most of you think the only big feature about me is I talk so much shit. Here's something else. Is there any other host you interact with, be it through instant messaging or emails or Facebook, up to and including live videos you could get in contact with them with as they're going on, where they could get clowned on? See, here's something else. Do you realize I've been doing this almost 2 decades and haven't run out of words for your ass yet? Other hosts don't speak to you because of the flaws they're hiding in their motherfucking position on whatever it is they're talking about. And here's the last thing. Have you noticed, even though some of you don't like the way I continue to talk shit, I have a lot of haters that listen to me so they can hate. I gotta be doing something correctly. Not one listener or hater has had anything to say to me on a live video, which they all could call in, but they will talk shit about me. Why is that, you think? I ain't angry or looking to call someone out. I just want you to see SWU is growing. The reason I know I will never take prisoners is I'm always on Front Street with my shit. So no one will find out or discover no bullshit on me. I believe if you're doing something you feel is important, even if it's me or some other motherfucker can't see the importance, you ain't supposed to let that stop you. If it's important to you, you're obligated not to pay attention to the naysayers. Even if it's me. I do not want, nor do you qualify to be in SW unless you are about getting this game in its entirety. You get some shit to help you out with some shit, but then some different shit happened and you back at the same spot you was when the first shit happened. No, that ain't how game works. I didn't tell you this shit from the start. This is how you separate the real from the fake. You got to be hard. You got to make it difficult. You got to make it unappealing. If I promise you would get all the shit, in the end, I would be dealing with a lot of fakes who only wanted to get the end results. That's not what this game is about. There is an end result, but when is that? When you dead. Other than that, you keep getting game. Shit you thought about 20 years ago, you can think about that same thing and do not think the same way about it. Some of the shit you do. I'm just saying. I want real motherfuckers fucking with me. And with that chance that they take, they're gonna get all I have to offer. I offer tangible shit. I can be checked on. How can you check a nigga quoting Plato or the Bible? I mean, why would people follow a person they can't check? Why would a motherfucker who's trying to lead people today quote Plato from centuries ago and then have the nerve to say that I'm old? That's how stupid these motherfuckers are. These are questions you need to ask yourself. Today's world will have you following a goat. As long as that goat has access to YouTube or Facebook and can do some shit you can understand, you'll follow him or it. Does it matter? Most, if not all of them gurus of today have no past. Have any of you noticed they are lacking credibility other than the fact you like their quotes. I'm sure you'll point out him in a limo in front of a street sign. And for suckers, that make him a credible guru. But do you have any verified facts from verified men on that motherfucker? See, you have his friends and people who support him, but do you have any real facts about this motherfucker's exploits in life? You don't, and you don't care. Therein lies my point. Real niggas know. Fake niggas quote. A real nigga ain't going for that shit unless it's on his menu. A real nigga ain't gonna let no motherfucker say shit about him that ain't true. A real nigga has info that can help kids, teens, and adults. Because he's taken his life's experience and translated it into helpful information. A real nigga don't need motherfuckers co-signing his shit. A real nigga need motherfuckers who don't agree. And not agreeing is going to promote whoever this real nigga is to stand strong on his beliefs. A real nigga spells his name with 2 D's at the end. For digital dynamite of reality. All you motherfuckers can try if you like. But you can't fuck with me unless you're real. I am too fucking real. A lot of gay dudes discover they're gay. They listen to things that are said or spoken, and they identify with the gayness in the statements. If there is no gayness in the statements, they think, fuck that shit. But if there is gayness in the statement, they're going to gravitate to that statement. And more, they're going to gravitate to the dude making the goddamn statement. That explains the fake guru's followers. Don't be mad at me for providing the reason you fools are following those fakes. I'm not going to say there's no guru motherfucker today who can touch my record. What I will say is, can you see why all these fools want to match wits with me? My legacy is that of a monster. You hear stories, and they're verified by documented shit from real men, and most importantly, by real OG motherfuckers from the game. Do you see any of them wanting to match wits with a known sucker? And have any of these fools, including the gurus you listen to, ever got at me? You let one of these real motherfuckers say some shit that they don't like that I said, and they never called in. They calling in, and they telling me that they didn't like that shit. The shit most gurus have to say is so weak, I can't ever speak to them again. All any of the motherfuckers against me did over and over is in one way or another say that I'm old and outdated. Yet they still try to match wits with me. If I'm so old and outdated, what the fuck is that saying about them when they can't do shit that I can do? When I was in the streets, ain't no way I'm gonna match wits with a retired pimp. Even if we had words, I would bow down to him. I only wanted to match wits with motherfuckers who were killing them currently. Motherfuckers who were pimping like a motherfucker right now. I matched wits with them. I didn't kill any one of them, and they didn't kill me either, which meant to them and me, we were men being men and didn't need to go through any more changes with each other. It's a such thing as that. And if you followed this, there would be a tomorrow. A lot of motherfuckers that's dead would be here. You should plan on living. And you have to take a path. I mean, I'm not going to say which path, because there's thousands of paths. Caller, what's up?
What's happening, Rosebud?
Nothing, man. What's happening with you?
Hey man, just hearing you talking about your days in the back in the day, got me thinking, man. Like, as far as dealing with these women, man, and learning the game, do you feel like most of it was on the job training?
All of it's on the job training.
Yeah.
You,
I know
you,
you can pick up little nuggets here and there along the way, but most of it is on the job, I see.
but see what I'm saying, as far as all of it, you ain't gonna pick them nuggets up if you ain't out training.
Right.
You gotta. It's all about how you think of what you're doing. And I'm telling you, what a nigga like me have on most of y'all is I was 100% committed. You know, I would have been that way if whatever I chose to do, but since it was that pimp shit, I was just committed. Whatever a real pimp did, I was gonna do it. If a real pimp ain't finna argue over no bitch, I ain't doing it. If a real pimp did this or that, I was gonna do it. And the cold part about it is it became me. At first you trying to, do what you think gonna make a rep. But when you get a rep, you gotta maintain that rep. But you can't maintain that rep doing the same shit over and over. You do bigger shit. And
right.
Once you get to the epitome of whatever you're doing, you gained up and you're gonna live on it. Now I ain't at the epitome, but I'm at the top end because I got something that's gonna generate me some money and my family some money after I'm gone. And what I'm saying is, who don't do that? Who don't think like that? Everybody does if they got a family.
Right.
Is that it?
Nah.
Go ahead.
Nah, yeah. No, that's it, man. I just think that's a beautiful thing, and I like how you mentioned about, it wasn't in you all the way, right? You had to kind of like program yourself in a way, like in your consciously, and then it became your subconscious.
Wait, listen. You don't have to program yourself in a way. You got to program yourself, not in a way. Period. And you got to program yourself to whatever it is to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. That's what athletes do. They got skills, but then when they see their skills could take them all away, they program themselves to be more into whatever they're doing and learn more about it. And the more they learn about it and the more they try to do different things, the more game they got in whatever it is sport they talking about.
Right.
That's how we is, man. That's Dylan, ain't it?
Yep.
I got that voice, Dylan.
Hey, that's some real game you spitting, OG, as always, man.
Hey, man, you know it. That's where I'm coming from, bro. Be cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, and the thing about speaking to somebody like Dylan, at one time he wasn't scared, but he didn't feel he could like kick it with me like that. That motherfucker kicks it with me, like all my graduates do, because they have learned that they are the shit. Period. You could say that, and you won't be the shit. You have to be the shit if you want to say you the shit. And if that's the case, it requires defining. And you define it to yourself and you meet all of those, let's say it's 10 things you need to do to be a motherfucker, and you listing them all. When you got 7 of them, you ain't a motherfucker. You on your way to being one. But when you get 10, shit. Ain't nobody in the world can tell you ain't no motherfucker. You did 10 things that's required to be a motherfucker. Hey, y'all. I love this shit. And what we gonna do is kick it again tomorrow, the next day, or whatever. But I'm a show kick it. We gonna kick it again. I'm gone.